What up guys, Miguel here from Yugatech, and the Infinix HOT 50 Pro Plus might just be one of the slimmest smartphones made for gaming this year. This new entry-level model comes at a great price and doesn't skimp on features. Best of all, it's affordable, going for 8,000 pesos. Spec-wise, it features a Helio G100 chipset. On top of that, it comes with a great display and surprisingly good cameras considering the budget. But is it the Infinix to pick? Let's find out in this review of the Infinix HOT 50 Pro Plus. Our review unit comes in this muted titanium gray colorway. It's simple yet elegant with a very slim profile, measuring just 6.8 millimeters and weighing only 162 grams. In terms of ergonomics, it feels great with its thin profile and lightweight body with a curved display. However, it did make some of us wonder how they fitted the battery in this device, but they did. Engineering, baby. Another thing you'll notice about the back panel are these square-shaped camera housings. We've grown to like how unique they are compared to other smartphones with traditional round camera rings. It's a fresh design. On top of that, the phone also has an IP54 rating for dust and splash resistance. And look how this kind of frosted polycarbonate rear panel catches the light. It's kind of cool. For buttons, the volume rocker and power button are situated on the right side. On the left side, it's clean AF. At the bottom, users will find one of two stereo speakers, a USB Type-C port for wired charging and data transfers, a microphone for calls, and a dual nano SIM card tray that features a dedicated slot for micro SD card expansion. And at the top, you'll find another speaker grill, which gives this phone stereo and a secondary microphone for loudspeaker calls. Infinix put a lot of thought into the design of the Infinix HOT 50 Pro Plus. It looks and feels premium despite the plastic back panel. You can tell by pushing down, it kind of bends. We also like the hard plastic back cover as opposed to the usual jelly case that comes with these phones. And on top of that, there's even a free tempered glass screen protector in the box. So, saves you a few purchases here and there after buying the phone itself. And this clear case actually adds some more width to the phone. So if you felt like it nude was too thin and, too small for your grip, case. For display, the Infinix HOT 50 Pro Plus boasts a curved AMOLED panel featuring a Full HD Plus resolution and a 120Hz refresh rate. It's even protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 5, which is surprising for its price point. It does all right under direct sunlight, peaking at 1300 nits should users need or want to use their phones under direct sunlight. For the most part, we use this device to stream movies on Netflix, videos on YouTube, and binging games. Compared to devices under or even above its price range, the display quality is a cut above. For reference, similarly priced devices would often be fitted with an IPS LCD panel, so it's nice to have an AMOLED panel for this device. In terms of viewing experience, it's not the best out of the AMOLED panels out there, but it still does offer deep blacks and vivid colors, which is already a great plus. In addition, the curved display and slim borders certainly made for a more appealing experience. For audio, the device has JBL-tuned dual stereo speakers. It complemented the display with how easy the phone was to hold. It also felt louder than we expected it to be. As for biometrics, the Infinix HOT 50 Pro Plus offers the usual means of security that includes an in-display fingerprint sensor and face unlock. Both of those work just fine and as intended, and we had no gripes with these features. For optics, the Infinix 50 Pro Plus features dual rear camera shooters. So why are there three? Well, one of them is the 50 megapixel main camera paired with a 2 megapixel depth sensor right below it, and this final one, my guess is it's like an AI camera sensor or a dummy sensor. The cameras do work surprisingly well, especially in well-lit conditions, but What really surprised us was the performance in low light conditions. It wasn't bad at all, especially considering the cost of the phone. And as you can see in this montage, the images are very decent considering this only has a dual rear camera with a 50 megapixel main sensor. With the same budgetary condition in mind, we had very low expectations under this segment. Usually phones at this price have cameras that don't necessarily capture decent images, especially at night. Even the selfies with its 13 megapixel shooter turned out okay. However, as some of you may have already noticed, the images tend to lean towards the more saturated and vibrant side of the post-processing spectrum, and as a result, they aren't the most color accurate. Still, it's not bad depending on your cup of tea. As for video, we already mentioned this phone can record up to 2K at 30 frames per second, but it also comes with ultra steady mode, which is an amazing feature to find at this budget. Similarly priced phones usually max out to 1080p output and don't even have stabilization. It doesn't end there though. The Infinix HOT 50 Pro Plus even has an AI eraser tool. We've used it several times, so check out this sample. The AI eraser is decent, removing things like electrical wiring between a subject and their background. The interface is easy to use too, letting us choose the brush size for the eraser and being able to zoom in on what we want to work on. It just goes to show that there's a lot to play with on the Infinix HOT 50 Pro's camera side of things, which we actually surprisingly enjoyed. For software, the device runs on XOS 14.5 based on Android 14 out of the box. As expected with XOS, the phone comes with a ton of bloatware. Fair enough, they are placed in folders users can easily delete. Then again, uninstalling them one by one is tedious work. At the very least, some useful apps like Messenger and Instagram came pre-installed. But considering this is a phone made for gaming, I'm sure most of you will end up deleting everything else anyway. Overall, there aren't too many notable features that come with the operating system apart from the usual Android 14 stuff. The XOS skin does make it feel clean to use, but it doesn't exactly stand out. Powering this device is a MediaTek Helio G100 chipset featuring a Mali G57 GPU. Our review unit came with 8GB of RAM and 256GB of UFS 2.2 storage. The device handles multiple apps and games reliably, so it's easy working on productivity tasks with it. However, it does heat up when you're playing games. Fortunately, it doesn't heat up to the point it becomes concerning. Going into detail, we played games like Teamfight Tactics, League of Legends Wild Rift, and Genshin Impact. TFT isn't too graphics intensive, so it ran flawlessly at a stable 30 frames per second. For Wild Rift, it was pretty consistent as well. We were able to enjoy games without worrying about performance dips, battery draining too fast, or frame drops. For Genshin Impact though, users will have to adjust graphics settings for smoother gameplay. The game says it's already overclocked even under low to medium graphics settings. We also noticed the device heats up a lot more while playing Genshin as compared to other games. There was also a lot of frame drops and lag, but these typically occur when the graphics settings are higher or when a lot is happening on screen. Either way, it's very much playable. Wink, wink. In short, the phone caters more for mobile games. So if you're someone into games like Honor of Kings and Mobile Legends, games like that shouldn't have any issues on the Infinix HOT 50 Pro Plus. While it can handle games like Genshin and Honkai Star Rail, you will often be limited to low to medium graphics, which doesn't give the best visual gaming experience. But if you're someone who just needs to work on their dailies, then it should be fine. To give you a better idea of performance, check out our benchmark scores here. The Infinix HOT 50 Pro Plus sports a 5000 mAh battery with 33-watt wired charging support via USB Type-C. It even sports 10 watts of reverse wired charging as well. In PCMark's Work 3.0 battery test, our review unit lasted 13 hours and 53 minutes. It's not the best score we've seen from a 5000 mAh battery, but it is decent enough. As for our video loop test, the phone provided 23 hours and 8 minutes of media playback, which means we can expect practically a day of use just streaming content, but realistically, we still need to charge at the end of the day. Speaking of charging, The Infinix HOT 50 Pro Plus needs 1 hour and 17 minutes to get from 0 to full. If users are in a pinch, they could get 42% of power in 30 minutes. Connectivity options include GPS, Wi-Fi 5, Bluetooth 5, and NFC. Unfortunately, no 5G on this device. We aren't sure why this phone doesn't come with 5G since it is touted as a gaming phone, but our guess is they had to cut costs somewhere. We're sure some of you, considering this device, would have appreciated having 5G mobile gaming. After all, the low latency matters and not everyone has access to fast Wi-Fi connection. But overall, the Infinix HOT 50 Pro Plus can throw punches above its weight class. It's not perfect. In fact, it's far from it. It doesn't come with 5G, the performance isn't the best, and the battery life isn't that impressive. Not to mention, the OS comes with a lot of bloatware, which is a personal pet peeve of ours. But do remember that this phone only costs 8,000 pesos. For that price, we do get a gaming-tailored smartphone with a slim build, buttery smooth display, and decent cameras. Even with its downsides, users will get a ton of value for money with this phone. Compared to the Infinix Note 40 Pro Plus 5G released this year, which costs 13,999 pesos, this device wins out. The HOT 50 Pro Plus has around the same Antutu score, camera quality, and battery life with just 5G connectivity missing. But of course, if you do need that 5G and you want to stay in Infinix, there's your other option. Either way, this has been the Infinix HOT 50 Pro Plus. What do you guys think? Is this thing a cop or a drop? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video or found it informative, educational, or if it's helped you make a purchasing decision, be sure to smack that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit that bell icon so you get notified of our future uploads. Be sure to visit yukatech.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok for the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, this was the Infinix HOT 50 Pro Plus 4G. And I've been Miguel, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.